absorb, project, stretch at the point of contact. And what's happening at the point of contact, where it meets, where everything meets. And a way we can look at this to understand sensitivity at the point of contact. Now, what we want to do at the point of contact, let's say the ball is the point of contact. When we touch the point of contact, we want the point itself to float in space, exactly where we touch it. So that follows the no advancing, no backing off once we meet the point of contact. So we never want to meet the point of contact and then expand and push into the point of contact or anything like that. Once you do that, there's just information going out. But what we can do is we're going to take, like, for example, this is my skin, and you can see this is my front, this is my back. So the front going down is absorb, the back going up is project. And you can notice that my opponent can have a point of contact, and they've established a point of contact. Okay, so instead of me moving this point of contact around, we want to float that right there. So now watch. If I can keep the point of contact not moving, and she doesn't move her hand, let's just say, just for this example's sake. So now watch. If I start stretching, like rolling, loosen up, so if I start spinning the ball this way, let's say, right? Okay, so now I feel the ball, let's say, is stretching into her hand, stretching. So now you can feel that this point, you can pick any point on the ball, it is stretching to that finger. But when it's rolling that way, it's also stretching to this finger, and this finger, and this finger, and this finger. And any point that's actually touching, it's stretching into the skin at every surface, right? But every point of that ball is stretching itself right into that point, as you know, as it's absorbing it down and returning it back up and stretching back in. So that's how we use absorb project to hold the point of contact in space and feed the opponent's energy right back into them at the point of contact by using absorb project. By this factor that every force vector from at any angle on the sphere will feed right back at the point of contact no matter what. So you can see how that stretches. Every point, like this point, I can pick and point. This point goes to the pinky, goes to the index finger, goes to the ring finger, goes to the middle finger, goes to the thumb. Right? This point, all of it does the same thing. This point does the same thing. Right? So from this, when they touch, right? So I float the point of contact, and the push comes in, I stretch. The stretch happens up here. So this is just for demo's sake, the fingers, okay? So feel. So the push comes in at the fingers, and I stretch back. So it's at the index, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky. If the pinky was on there, it'd be there. Right? So I'm stretching. The stretch, as the force comes in, I stretch back, absorb and project right back onto the point, right? Right? So then, if the other person is doing the same thing, then it becomes both who can absorb project better at the point, who can keep stretching back into the other point and keep going.